But what do you think? Some people can't handle it.
It's peaceful.
My sentiments, exactly. So fill in the resume for me. Tell me, your family, your father, what does he do?
I never got to know my father. He passed away before I was born. My mother raised me. Just the two of us.
She never remarried?
She wasn't married the first time.
Well, that can't be easy in a town like Gainesville, can it?
I don't think it's easy anywhere. Holy shit.
Little different when you're looking down, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh, my God.
Your mother, what's she like?
She's a preacher's daughter. She's tough. She's worked at the same poultry plant for as long as I can remember. She's got a church she really likes, so she's usually either there or they go out. They do a lot of volunteer work.
Behold, I send you out as sheep amidst the wolves.
So they say.
It didn't rub off? The book? The church?
No, I'm on parole. Early release for time served.
A lot of potential clients down there.
Are we negotiating?
Always.
Can I ask you a question then? Why do you need a criminal department?
Our clients break the law like anyone else. I'm just tired of sending their business across the street.
You offering me a job?
I'm thinking about it. I know you got talent. I knew that before you got here. It's just the other thing I wonder about.
What thing is that?
Pressure. Changes everything, pressure. Some people, you squeeze them, they focus. Others fold. Can you summon your talent at will? Can you deliver on a deadline? Can you sleep at night?
When do we talk about money?
Money? Yeah. Well, that's the easy part.
The movie we did, the director's cut is not as good. I mean, they were improved by showing it to the studio, getting notes, going out to audiences. You know, they were the stuff that got cut out of Harry Potter should have been cut out. And a lot of the stuff, not all of the things that required a whole lot of visual effects are not there, but there are scenes from the first Harry Potter that made it onto the DVD in their extra material. And it's like, yeah, that stuff doesn't belong in the movie. You know, okay, yeah, it's nice to see, okay, that this is a part they trimmed and all that. The one exception, and I don't blame the studio for handling it the way they did, was Devil's Advocate, which Taylor Hackford directed.
Yeah.
That director's cut is so much better. The original director's cut is so much better than what that movie ended up being. The movie ended up being really good, but there were things they modified along the way because they were afraid of really frightening the audience, you know, at these, because all the people who worked for that law firm were like demons and stuff. And like there's a scene where Jeffrey Jones, okay, he plays a character, Eddie something, and he is brutally beaten to death in Central Park. And the studio didn't want that in there because it was just so violent. It was, you know, but I remember talking to Mark Warner. We were leaving the screening. We did a screening in Westwood at the old UA cinema complex they had on Westwood Boulevard, south of Wilshire.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there anymore. It's a CVS, I think. And I'm walking through the parking lot with Mark, and I said, you know, that scene with Eddie needs to go back in. This thing is so weak without it. You know, this guy he's in league with the devil. There needs to be retribution. I think the audience is going to buy into retribution. They did put the beating of him in there, but it wasn't nearly as like brutal as it had been. But I think Taylor's instincts were exactly correct on that movie. I would love to see, I would advocate, you know, pardon the pun, I would advocate for a real director's cut of The Devil's Advocate. But I don't think Taylor wants to get down that road again,
Oh, I bet you he could. I bet you he could be enticed to do it. I remember we came across him we found him at the Standard. He was at Twiggy Ramirez's birthday party, the guitarist for Marilyn Manson, and he kept telling us about how The Devil's Advocate did so well overseas. You know that famous line, right? And in this party, right, are Vince Vaughn and Benicio del Toro that are just rolling their eyes at the famous, it did really well overseas. But I bet you could probably talk him into coming back. Yeah.
He had big stars. He had Keanu in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Connie Nielsen was in it, and Charlize Theron. It's the first time I ever saw Charlize Theron. And boy, did I see her, because she's naked in half the movie.
Yeah. And wouldn't it be interesting, though, to revisit it all these years later and kind of see what creative stitch work they can do on it?
I don't know. If you were to ask Taylor, he would tell you, maybe in a pompous way, but certainly I don't mean it that way. I mean, Taylor would tell you, yes, that director's cut was way, way better than what the studio put out. And he's right. It was way, way, way better. And if you ask Mark Warner, the editor, he would probably say the same thing. I don't know what ideas Mark might have about it now. But it was, it was just an incredible movie, just in so many ways. Making it was an incredible experience, and
there you go, Mark's,
and all that. Yeah.
Mark's walking out of the interview now.
Is this okay? Hi, my name is David Pasquesi. You may recognize me from television program or motion picture, or not. NMOSD is a central nervous system disorder, and it's pretty brutal. You can help. Go to GuthyJacksonFoundation.org and donate today to help them find a cure. GuthyJacksonFoundation.org.